What's on? Okay, I should be elucidating anyway, though. One thing I consider a weakness as a part of my streaming career. But yeah, I should really be controlling that guy, shouldn't I? But where are we going? Teleport home.
Stenwick is just down the street from Barnes's bookshop.
Oh, I see. I totally heard him say that.
Not much further now.
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant
Yeah.
Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
I'm not very far in. Literally, we are 15 minutes into the game. Are there missing people?
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course.
Of
here and
course.
there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Like, it is a tiny bit janky. The accents are a tiny bit off. Like, all that's like very easily forgiven. It's an interesting system.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick.
Everyone sounds younger than they should be.
Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Tell me about Kimahir.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
Escaped.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
Is there any reason Kimahir may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Did Kimahir make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
I take it this is the first time Kimahir has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint. Why are you still here?
A gazebo! Alright, that's enough gazebo action. Take that, ladder! Get a run up.
Chewing tobacco. A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
How can that not be checked? I've deduced that he's in the tools to put the head back on the statue. Alright, well I don't know why I can't get the third one, but might be that I just didn't see it. Concentration. Did you pick up some more details about the world around you?
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
A scrap of Hessian. These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
Don't forget to pin the relevant evidence. How do I know what's going to be
No air
relevant?
coming through it. Bottom chops. The remains of a meal. A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
The ashes are long since cold.
Enough clues. Sherlock can use imagination, the power of imagination, to reconstruct the past. Press RB to you see the imagination.
No air coming through it.
Talking.
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly? Is this a Tanifar, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here. No air coming through it. No air coming through it. A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called. Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly? A small navy spyglass.
Cool.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right. Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book. Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape? Yes, Stenwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please, try to remain courteous.
Okay, it seems like I can push the scenes forwards, but I don't know how. We need some more evidence for that.
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Why are these ones pinnable? Where does the trail lead? Parallel track wheels.
What could have left these tracks? They seem fresh.
Oh, you can only pin one at a time. Let's talk to this guy.
Where on earth are you going with this? I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it. I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
Maybe someone else can solve this fucking case for you.
I thought
Okay.
you were meant to be intelligent.
Like, there's literally no reason for me to just not
I came across a pile of Hessian
go through every
clothes
single
in the
option
shack.
here.
Are they Kimahir's?
Yes, I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest. But I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimihir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
But I wasn't.
If you find my man, I have a marvelous whiskey with your name on it.
I drink gin for sure. Is that enough evidence then? He was kidnapped. Yeah. I'm not sure about this bit. I get it conceptually, but like, so what I'm inferring from this, from the game, is that there are two pieces of evidence that I need here, and presumably just the one here. Yeah, make the deduction. Okay. I'm a bit confused about the system, but I don't know how to get that blue to do anything. I am missing. Oh, does it unpin the evidence? If I do that, does it put all the evidence back? Okay. Or is that just putting that up there? Oh, you can only pin one thing at a time, John. Why are there pins on it? Why do pins do different things? I want to know what's on the other side of the door. Damn you, horse and cart. Fair enough. Back we go then. Oh, we can move this forwards now. Watching with the spyglass. Okay. Huh. Also, there are different versions of the scene. Interesting. I have no idea though, but
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
would I be saving the game occasionally? This is my design. Also like a hallucinogenic. Okay, these symbols. Didn't see where the tracks were. Oh, here. Not that one. Moldy, broken, not used recently. Perhaps a different one.
This dreary rain is making a miserable
Dreary.
day even worse.
I'm unsure as to what to do, I'm afraid.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
I'll tell you what. I'm a little tired. There were lots of people watching though.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
But if my brain's not working, my brain's not working.
you stupid, Mr. Holmes? Stop loitering and go and do your job.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Yes. I tell you what. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you go and see. I can do a slightly better job of this later. Oh, hang on. May have gotten lucky though. Did I need to be holding that to find it? Okay. I sort of like that it's a bit obtuse. All becomes kind of rote. You just follow it, you know, Batman following his bat vision. Get out of my way. Pile of logs fallen.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
Or I have to choose them. I'm gonna validate this one. bit of a fiddly system.
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
It makes total sense.
All right, cool. I'm starting to get used to reading all this. I am still going to let you go pretty soon. Here's a spyglass. Yeah, there's some footprints. Chewing tobacco. Two of those are right, okay. Don't have the last piece of evidence. Cool, yeah. I'm glad I'm getting to grips with the system.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know. Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Sherlock is angry.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
There we go. I think that's a much better place to leave it than he being stuck on a puzzle. So I'm going to turn it off. Cool. I shall return later today. I've recently started Sherlock Holmes, The Awakened Adventure. It looks like I've put the words in front of my face, but I've not. It's just where the camera happens to end it. Regardless, it would stop there as well. But it's a neat effect. That's interesting coincidence. But I'm Sherlock Holmes. I don't believe in coincidences. Thank you very much for watching on the Johnstruct. Been having a Sherlock Holmes The Awakened Adventure. Farewell.